Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Pandya Empire. In the last episode we were just in the process of revoking our domain county back from a claimant whose claim we pressed previously. The guy who we put in charge of this duchy up here, so we are 67% towards winning that war. And hopefully it won't take too much longer. I think we're about to fight one more battle up here in the mountains of Afghanistan. And then probably won't have time to actually get any sieges done up here. Well, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, there's a great holy war for Bulgaria. The mighty high priest Kreslaw has decided that it is time to teach the ecumenical patriarch Yosef and the believers in the dead crucified God another lesson in humility. So this is the reformed Slavic high priest has called this holy war. It's no concern of ours, but it could be interesting to watch. He is attacking the Byzantines, presumably, and how strong is Reformed Slavic? They have a decent chunk of the map up here. Almost all of the Old Slavic has apparently been eradicated. I think Poland has become somewhat weaker. Maybe they lost Lithuania or something. I haven't really been keeping tabs on what's been going on up here in Europe very closely, so not sure what has exactly been happening, but if all of the Slavic leaders join this, well, then I think they probably won't have much of a chance against the Byzantines. With their 44,000 troops. You are sitting on the floor of your bedchamber wearing one of your shoes as a hat, when suddenly a man-sized gopher enters the room. It is dressed as a maid, and when you shout an alarm, the rodent squeaks and skitters away in panic. You chase it down the hall, but find only a terrified maid cowering on the floor. Where did the gopher go? Did you see? So we lose 20 prestige. I don't know. Humanoid gophers infesting our palace is a completely valid concern if you ask me. And we had another daughter. And we have a peasant revolt, which is always annoying. Where are you? Over here? Well, we'll see if our vassal Maharaja will take care of that, though given how many of them are fighting among themselves, he might be busy with something else. Though I had thought the Thakur, my chancellor, to be a more reasonable man. His request to be allowed to duel his rival was slightly erratic. I'm going to allow the duel. Seems like it has a very low chance of ending in injury or maiming. So the local Maharaja here is indeed raising some troops, but it doesn't look like he really has enough. Okay, this is completely sieged and we are at 100%, so we'll enforce our demands here. And disband everything but the retinue. And was this just retinue up here? I don't remember. It was. Good. Okay. It's almost completely reinforced, so although we're pretty low on money, it shouldn't be a problem for too much longer. And I think we would probably... Well, actually... He has about an equal number of troops now. Maybe he'll be able to take care of himself. We'll let him fight a couple of battles and then we'll do something about it ourselves if we need to. Meanwhile, of course, we would love to find any willing claimants to this kingdom who would be willing to join our court, but it seems that nobody is inclined to do so. This guy, I think, is the previous king who was deposed, so he should have a strong claim. He has quite a few sons, actually, so if we killed him, all of them would get claims on the kingdom. Maybe some of them would be willing to accept an invitation. We are just about over 100%. We can't even bribe anybody else, but hopefully it will fire anyway. you have been converting people to the Hindu faith. We'll probably also declare another wave of holy wars if we can't get a claimant to the kingdom over here in a reasonable time. Since that's always fun, and we are pretty close to the Byzantines now. I probably will end the series after we engage in one last big war against the Byzantine Empire, only if, of course, we have managed to actually form India by then, which we are getting closer and closer to doing. It's really just this kingdom that we're going to need. I don't know if there might be any independent subholdings, but we'll track those down if and when it becomes relevant. Seems like our Maharaja is up here. No, this is from this kingdom. Where did his army go? No idea. I think we're going to have to deal with this ourselves. So let's raise this many troops. Should be plenty. Still over 100. A famous herald, well versed in the diplomatic protocol, has arrived at our court. He is proposing his services to us, and our chamberlain is saying that we can make good use of this man. So we can spend 22 gold for a diplomat or lose 5 prestige. I'm actually going to keep my gold. We are a little perilously low on funds. And we can definitely spare the prestige more easily than the gold. Is that where you're going? Yeah. Typhoid fever. Oh, we missed. Okay, well, they've been held up by this other army, so we should be able to catch them here. Didn't even appoint leaders to 2 of the flanks, but that's fine. And more free tech from Constantinople is, of course, welcome. Alright, hopefully just one more battle here. Not sure if the Maharajas who I raised troops from here are among the more annoyed ones. But either way, they weren't raised for too long, so it's fine. So we will enforce our demands in this war and execute the ringleader for 20 karma. No further plotters available here for this. Of course, once we do actually have a claimant, we're going to have to assassinate the current Maharaja as well to be able to press it. Because even though the guy we're trying to kill has a strong claim, his children will only inherit a weak claim. He's a really good character, actually. Shame about the fairly useless education trait, I guess. I think we'll continue trying to do this for a little while and see if we have any success. And in the meantime, we'll hold a Diwali feast. I know I said I was concerned about money, but I think it's been a while since we had one of these. In the Indian autumn feasts, tradition dictates that you offer a gift to your spouse. Well, speaking of money, I have the option to spend it on my lover instead. Which is the attractive quick woman that we found in the forest. We'll get our wife a jeweled necklace, that's fine. You have usurped the title County of Sozopolis from... Why am I hearing about this? I have no idea. Okay. Well, that's fine. Shocking news, I'm sure. The castle is decorated with flowers and colourful tapestries, carpets and ribbons. All the guests have arrived and there is a bustle of people all eager and full of festive spirit. And it's time for the feast to begin. Oh, my marshal is doing nothing. Send him to train troops in our capital. My wife is overjoyed with the magnificent gift, shows she might fall in love with me. But she did. The darkest night of the Diwali is here, the most important night of the feast. You gain 30 karma. You have made her very happy with me, that's great. You can probably move him to somewhere else now. I think everyone is pretty okay. Actually, you're not too happy. Kingdom of Bengal, okay. Send you over there. Still no progress on our plot. Ooh, if we could get the Spy Master in. Though it doesn't look like that's going to be very likely. This person is bribable. Guess we will, just to make sure it stays above 100, since it's pretty close. Okay, good, he's happier. My son hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. Well, we don't mind him becoming temperate. More stewardship is nice. Alright, well I think we'll go ahead and declare some holy wars then. I think we probably have a truce with some of these people still. With the Suleymanids, for example, and how about you? I actually have a truce with you. Apparently you were still alive during the last war. This ends in 1062. The Sulaymanid truce, 1065. Well, if we can't declare on either of these two people, how about you? Also a truce, 1061. Pretty sure we have a truce up here too. Well, maybe we're gonna have to wait a little while on more holy wars. Kind of unfortunate. Of course, we are stressed, so we have a slight health penalty, and we're getting on in years, so we could die in the pretty near future, which would end all of our truces. Though, of course, I prefer not to do that until my son is a bit older. And has a bit more diplomacy. I think I'll just keep educating myself. Grey Eminence will be a totally fine education for him. Oh, we can press a weak claim on that duchy, I guess, for some reason. For all of these people. Well, I guess that gives us an excuse to declare war on the Byzantines when we want to do that. I don't think we want to just yet. Okay, I thought that was a faction forming, but it must have been about one of my vassal kingdoms. Alright, let's check the list of claimants again, shall we? Still absolutely nobody who is going to accept an invitation. I'm pretty sure that everyone else is going to have weak claims, since it would have only been the previous holder who gained a strong claim when the faction put the other guy in charge. I suppose we could look for people who are close to accepting and try to bribe them. You're not too far away. Alright, we're off to hunt the great white tiger again, in the meantime. You're pretty close, actually. Still won't accept. Okay. I feel weak as a babe, but the cursed fever has finally broken. So apparently we had slow fever, which I do not recall getting any kind of notification about. But apparently we recovered from it, which I suppose is good news. As I oversaw the hunting party's last preparations, I realized we were one man short. Maybe one of my children can join us. So I'm going to invite the princess, my daughter. Okay. The princess joined us for the hunt, and almost immediately we found the tracks of a large herd of deer. Almost everyone managed to kill some game, and the princess killed 2. Wow, okay, good for her. Alright, we are out to hunt the great white tiger again. Oh, my daughter died after a period of illness. Okay. And my other imbecile daughter needs educating. I'll give her to somebody who's not maxed out on opinion, I suppose. You'll do fine. I suppose we could wait to, or look at trying to get these 3 counties under our control while we're waiting for truces to expire and that kind of thing. They might even accept vassalization, though I kind of doubt it. They're all part of the Duchy of Zabulistan. Well, 2 of them are, which we can't create. I remember looking at that previously. This duchy is owned by my vassal up here, so we can press a claim on at least this guy. I guess we may as well do that. We can just use the retinue we have down in the area. I guess we'll raise your troops as well, since we're going to be gaining some land for you. And some more from nearby as well, why not? You are on your way up. During your hunt, you come to a deep gorge. Right on the other side is the white tiger staring at you. You are so close, yet cannot reach it. As it runs away, you realize that you must return home without a victory this time. I'm sure I'll catch it someday. Maybe even today. Okay, no movement on this yet. Really wish this would fire. It's been at 100% for a long time now. Oh, he has apparently raised some mercenaries or something? Or perhaps a holy order? Well, we're going to be defending in the mountains here at least, which is good news. Let's get good people in charge. These reinforcements are going to be there in less than a month. Looks like he's still willing to go, even though the reinforcements are on the way. And these guys definitely are not going to get here in time, I think. Oh, in fact, part of the army has changed its mind about coming. Well, this battle is going to go pretty well in our favor then, I have to imagine. In the meantime, we'll get some leaders in charge over here. And I'm not really interested in fighting a fair battle. against them if I don't have to, so if we can escape, I will. It's 26th of April, okay. So, we're definitely going to get away in time. And that battle went pretty well. We're trying to head to Kabul now. I think we'll send you in here. We might be able to get reinforcements in. We spent weeks in the wilderness searching for any trace of our prey, but are forced to return empty-handed. That's fine. Let's see. You were going to get there on the 9th of May. If I sent you from here, you'll be very late. Okay. I've reset their movement now, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to attack them with this army and hope that our numbers will carry us. Broke the center, so I think we're going to be pretty good here. Okay, so we'll keep this army here to siege that, and you we will send to intercept the rest of this army in Kabul. Okay, well, we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.